Piper Laurie is an American actress of stage and screen known for her roles in the films The Hustler, Carrie and Children of a Lesser God, all of which brought her Academy Award nominations. She is also known for her performance as Catherine Martell in the cult television series Twin Peaks, for which she won a Golden Globe Award in 1991. Early life: Piper Laurie was born as Rosetta Jacobs on January 22, 1932, in Detroit, Michigan, the younger daughter of Charlotte Sadie and Alfred Jacobs, a furniture dealer. Her grandparents were Jewish immigrants, from Poland on her father's side and Russia on her mother's. She was delivered, according to her 2011 autobiography, Learning to Live Out Loud, a memoir, by a male midwife. In a one-bedroom walk-up on Tyler Street in Detroit. Alfred Jacobs moved the family to Los Angeles, California in 1938, where she attended Hebrew school, and to combat her shyness her parents provided her with weekly elocution lessons. This activity eventually led her to minor roles at nearby Universal Studios. For a large chunk of her early childhood, her parents placed her and her older sister in a children's home, which they both despised. Career: in 1949, Rosetta Jacobs signed a contract with Universal Studios, changing her screen name to Piper Laurie, by which she had been known professionally since. Her breakout role was in Louisa, with Ronald Reagan. Several other roles followed: Francis Goes to the Races, Son of Ali Baba, and Ain't Misbehavin'. To enhance her image, Universal Studios told gossip columnists that Laurie bathed in milk and ate flower petals to protect her luminous skin. Discouraged by the lack of substantial film roles, she moved to New York to study acting and to seek work on the stage and in television. She appeared in Twelfth Night, produced by Hallmark Hall of Fame. In Days of Wine and Roses with Cliff Robertson, presented by Playhouse 90 on October 2, 1958. And in Winterset, presented by Playhouse 90 in 1959. She was again lured to Hollywood by the offer to co-star with Paul Newman in The Hustler, which was released in 1961. She played Newman's girlfriend, Sarah Packard, and for her performance she received an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress. Substantial movie roles did not come her way after The Hustler, so she and her husband moved to New York State. In 1964, she appeared in two medical dramas as Alicia Carter in the 11th Hour episode My Door is Locked and Bolted, and as Alice Marin in the Breaking Point episode The Summer House. In 1965, she starred in a Broadway revival of Tennessee Williams' The Glass Menagerie, opposite Maureen Stapleton, Pat Hingle and George Grizzard. Laurie did not appear in another feature film again until she accepted the role of Margaret White in the horror film Carrie. She received an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actress for her performance in that role, and it, along with the commercial success of the film, relaunched her career. In 1979 she appeared as Mary Horton in the Australian movie Tim opposite a very young Mel Gibson. After her 1981 divorce, Laurie relocated to California. She received a third Oscar nomination for her portrayal of Mrs. Norman in Children of a Lesser God. That same year, she was awarded an Emmy for her performance in Promise, a Hallmark Hall of Fame television movie, co-starring James Garner and James Woods. She had a featured role in the off-Broadway production of The Destiny of Me in 1992, and returned to Broadway for Lincoln Center's acclaimed 2002 revival of Paul Osborne's Mornings at 7, with Julie Haggerty, Buck Henry, Frances Sternhagen and Estelle Parsons. Indiana, 1990-91, she starred as the devious Catherine Martell in David Lynch's television series Twin Peaks. She appeared in Other People's Money with Gregory Peck, and in horror maestro Dario Argento's first American film Trauma. She played George Clooney's character's mother on ER. 1997 film A Christmas Memory. In 1998, she appeared in the sci-fi thriller The Faculty. She made guest appearances on television shows such as Frasier, Matlock, State of Grace, Will and Grace, Cold Case, and Law and Order, Special Victims Unit. She returned to the big screen for independent films such as Eulogy and The Dead Girl. Personal life. When The Hustler was released in 1961, Laurie was interviewed by New York Herald Tribune entertainment writer Joe Morgenstern. They soon began dating, and 9 months after the interview they were married. When no substantial roles came her way after The Hustler, she and Morgenstern relocated to Woodstock, New York. A daughter, Anne, was born to the couple in 1971. In 1982, the couple divorced, after which she relocated to the Hollywood area and continued working in films and television. As of 2010, she still resides in Southern California. Her daughter is in New York. The actress appeared at the September 2014 Mid-Atlantic Nostalgia Convention in Hunt Valley, Maryland. Awards: Laurie won an Emmy Award for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Miniseries or Special for her role in the 1986 TV movie Promise opposite James Garner and James Woods. In addition, she received several Emmy nominations, including one for playing Magda Goebbels, wife of Joseph Goebbels, in The Bunker in 1981, opposite Anthony Hopkins as Hitler. For her role in the miniseries The Thornbirds. 2 for her work in Twin Peaks as Catherine Martell, and a nomination for her guest appearance on Frasier. She has been nominated for an Academy Award in 3 films. Filmography Film Television 1958 Playhouse 90, Days of Wine and Roses, Curzon Uneason. References. External links: Piper Laurie at the Internet Broadway Database, Piper Laurie at the Internet Off-Broadway Database, Piper Laurie at the Internet Movie Database, Piper Laurie at Virtual History, Interview, July 14, 2014, Fort Wayne News Sentinel, Interview with Piper Laurie, August 25, 2014, Classic Film and TV Cafe, Piper Laurie interview video at the Archive of American Television.